Lansing, a ballot committee seeking to boost Michigan's renewable energy mandate is ending a statewide petition drive after reaching an agreement with utility giants DTE Energy and Consumers Energy. The state's two largest utilities announced Friday they are targeting a 50% clean energy goal by 2030, including investments to ensure that 25% of the electricity they sell comes from renewable sources by that time, along with energy efficiency programs. Billionaire environmentalist Tom Steyer of California was funding a Michigan petition drive for a potential ballot initiative that would have required at least 30% of a provider's electricity sales come from renewables by 2030, but the Clean Energy, Healthy Michigan Committee said Friday it will not submit the more than 350,000 signatures it had collected to put the proposal before voters. The agreement between the ballot committee, DTE and consumers, is a win for the people of Michigan, Steyer said in a statement. Michigan has become a national example of how consumers, public interest advocates and energy companies can work together to find real solutions to combat climate change. Steyer's Next Gen Climate Action Advocacy organization had pumped more than $1.8 million in direct and in-kind contributions into the Michigan ballot initiative, according to state disclosure reports. The new DTE and consumers' goal to sell 25% renewables by 2030 builds on a 2016 Michigan law signed by Gov. Rick Snyder that requires an electric provider's portfolio to include at least 15% renewables by 2022. The state first adopted a 10% by 2015 standard under former Governor Jennifer Granholm. DTE Energy Chairman and CEO Jerry Anderson and Consumers Energy CEO Patty Popper released a joint statement announcing their new clean energy goal. They thanked Steyer and the ballot committee for taking time to understand our commitment to carbon reduction and how Michigan's energy plan puts the tools in place to achieve this goal in a thoughtful and affordable manner. The utilities are overwhelmingly in favor of renewable energy and are focused on bringing additional energy efficiency opportunities to our customers, Anderson and Papa said. DTE and consumers will outline plans to meet their new renewable and energy efficiency goals by 2030 in upcoming integrated resources plans they are required to file with the state under the 2016 energy law. Both companies have already announced plans to reduce carbon emissions 80% by 2040 for consumers and by 2050 for DTE, as they continuing moving away from coal. Michigan Public Service Commission last month gave final approval for DTE to build a $1 billion natural gas-fired plant in Clare County, which will help replace power from a string of coal-fired plants the company plans to retire. At least 29 states have renewable energy portfolio standards, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures, including some that remain much more aggressive than Michigan's. Hawaii will require 100% renewable energy by 2045, and Vermont 75% by 2032. California and New York laws both require 50% renewables by 2030, while Oregon requires 50% by 2040. Michigan clean energy and environmental activists also pushed a ballot initiative in 2012 proposing a constitutional amendment for a 25% renewable requirement by 2025. Voters rejected the 2012 measure after an expensive campaign. The 2018 initiative would have changed state law, rather than the Constitution. Support for the latest petition drive showed Michigan wants clean energy, said campaign manager John Freeman, a former state legislator and executive director of the Great Lakes Renewable Energy Association. We look forward to working with Michigan's energy companies and leaders across the state to continue to push for more progress on this issue and working for a healthy, prosperous future for Michigan families. Yosting at DetroitNews.com. Read or share this story. https://detney.ws/2webpinners